Our next speaker is a best-selling author, a TikTok guru with over 25 million views, 225,000 followers, and a proud mama of two. Please help me welcome to the stage, Melissa Hughes.
So there I was, 25 years old, on the runway to my dreams, with my husband sitting next to me on an airplane. We had just sold our house, quit our jobs, and we were about to move to the UK to start a church, and it was all clear skies ahead. About a month after moving there, I can remember sitting in one of the most beautiful cities in the UK, sipping on a cup of tea, eating a scone with jam and cream, and it was delightful. I was like, this is what I came here for. And then I got a phone call, and it was my husband. And he said, hey, babe, I've been in a bit of an accident. I'm okay, but I just need you to come to the hospital. And because he sounded so calm, I was like, okay, I'll be there. And I was calm. And then I get to the hospital, and I open the door, and I see my husband on a hospital bed, totally drugged up, totally out of it, with tubes everywhere and nurses scurrying about, and my heart hits the floor, and I realize it is not okay. The next couple days were surreal as we found out from the doctor that he was going to be bedridden for a year with me as his full-time carer. The people that we were leading the church with had left. We had no house, no car, no furniture, nothing. And I was actually pregnant, and we found out that the only place that would rent to us was a funeral home in a valley. And so I ended up talking to my husband and saying, what are we gonna do? And while I thought, you know what? God's called us here, and I know it's gonna be okay because God's good and he's gonna take care of us. I've got faith. But as the weeks and months ticked on, things did not get better. In fact, they only got worse as people that we loved left us. My husband's health conditions worsened. I now have 2 children under 2, and I am struggling with extreme anxiety and insomnia. And I can remember sitting on my bed, looking out my window, and as far as my eye can see are headstones. And I can hear organ music coming up from the floorboards from a funeral happening below. And a friend calls me. And so I pick up the phone, and she says, hey, Melissa, how are you? And I said, you know, we've had some challenges, but it's okay. You know, I've got faith. Things are going to get better. And as I'm on the phone with her, there's just a long, silent pause. And on the other end, she says, Melissa, you know it's okay to just say that things are not okay right now. And I literally could not even let that thought enter my head because I'd have to answer a question that I was totally and completely unprepared to answer, which was, if God is good, then why would he call us into something so bad? And I was having a crisis of faith, and I couldn't pretend anymore. And over the next 3 years, I wrestled with that question. As the pain and the insecurities and the doubts were rising up inside of me, as the pressure, the circumstances felt like they were coming to me. And I didn't know what to do other than just stay in the valley and lean into that pain. And I can remember being in my room, praying and saying, God, how could anything good come from this? And I felt God getting really close, and I felt him bend down to me like this, and he whispered into the most tender chambers of my heart, and he said, Melissa, mountaintop experiences are for sights and inspiration, but the fruit grows in the valleys. And while I so desperately wanted a pain-free life, God was entrusting to me a profound life. because you cannot have a triumph without tragedy. You cannot love deeply or risk greatly without experiencing heartache or failure. And then God whispered one other thing to me that was so random and so out of the blue. I felt him say, and Melissa, I want you to post videos on social media. And I thought, well, that's odd, but hey, I got nothing else to lose. And so I randomly uploaded this video of my kids sledding onto this app I had kind of heard of called TikTok. And the next morning, that video generated 22 million views, and I landed a spot on the Kelly Clarkson Show. And now, I talk about a mountaintop experience. But now I help people just like you share your story, your product, or your service on this app called TikTok to thousands of people. And so I'd like to ask you this question. How would you like to speak to thousands of people anytime, anywhere, by sharing what it is that you do without spending any money, and share that product or service with people that would be interested in hearing about it? And so today, I'd like to talk to you about how to generate limitless leads to your business with 3 principles by going viral on TikTok. So, for some of you in here, you're probably thinking, that's great, Melissa, but what is TikTok? Well, TikTok is a social media platform used to educate or entertain people by using short-form videos ranging between 3 seconds to 3 minutes. And that app launched in 2016, but became a social media disruptor in 2020 and became the second most downloaded app right under Instagram. And it stayed there to this day. And because of its popularity and explosive growth, every single other platform right now, social media platform, is trying to compete with the growth, the popularity, and the excitement of TikTok, which is why Instagram came out with Instagram Reels, YouTube came out with YouTube Shorts, Facebook came out with Reels, because every single platform right now is trying to compete with TikTok. And so, if your plan is to continue posting static images on social media, I'm just here to tell you, you're gonna be left behind. So, what makes TikTok so different from all these other platforms? Because I can see some of you in here like, oh, Melissa, I don't want to get on another social media platform. I'm already on too many, and I'm trying to keep up with the ones I'm on. Well, the distinct difference between this platform is what's called the For You page. The For You page is the home page on TikTok. So when you open up TikTok, when you go to the home page, it actually acts like a discovery page. So the algorithm is constantly sending you videos of people in your target market, in your industry, that you will be seeing free without spending a dime. So can you imagine having a free marketing tool in your back pocket? And the algorithm will constantly push your video out to people in your target market and in your industry. Whereas on other platforms, the homepage are only people that you follow. So unless you put spending money, like ad money, behind one of your posts, more than likely new people are not going to see it. But on TikTok, because of the For You page, they will. So by using these 3 principles that I'm about to share, you can go viral on TikTok. The first principle is called the front engine principle. That is where you make TikTok your main platform that you use to drive traffic to your other social media sites, to your courses, to your website, to wherever, and you make TikTok like a funnel because of the For You page, and it markets your content for you. I had a client that did this. He had a children's book, and he created a video out of his children's book, posted the video overnight. That video went viral, and he generated 333 sales to his book just overnight. What would 333 sales do for your business by making TikTok a main platform for you? The second principle is called repurpose. Because every single platform right now is trying to compete with videos, you can make videos from TikTok really easily. Once that video gets posted, it gets downloaded to your phone, and you can repurpose that video to Instagram Reels, to Facebook Reels, to YouTube Shorts. And rather than creating 5 pieces of content for different platforms, you've now created one that you can use to other platforms. So you've just saved yourself a bunch of time and money. And the third principle is the know, like, and trust principle. There is a difference between seeing my picture and seeing me up here. You hear the tonality in my voice. You hear the way I can crack a joke, although my husband thinks I don't have very funny jokes. But there's a difference between being able to see someone on camera and getting to know, like, and trust them by able to see their face as opposed to just a picture. So your clients, your customers can get to know you through a video, and you can create the know, like, and trust factor by using TikTok for your business. And so I'd like to leave you with this. Mountaintop experiences are for sights and inspiration. But if you're finding yourself in a small place, in a tight place, in a small space, please remember this, that the fruit always grows in the valleys. Thank you.